All praises to the Most High. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. That's giving all praises, honor, and glory to the Most High God, whose name is Yahweh. Ba'ashem meaning come in the name of, and Yahweh Shai, who the world calls Jesus Christ. Gusano, I'm from the dirt. I remember where I'm from. All praises to the Most High. And let's get right into it, family. Conquest, the Conquest, and the Covenant Curses, Part 2. Gold, tribute, forced labor, and oppression. Historical evidence. Columbus established a tribute system. After Columbus established Spanish control in Hispaniola, a tribute system was imposed. According to both Ferdinand Columbus' biography of his father and Bartolomé de las Casas, Historia de las Indias, every Taino aged 14 or older in the gold-producing region of Cibao had to deliver a hawk's bell filled with gold dust every 3 months. Those living outside the gold region had to provide a large amount of spun cotton. After paying, they received a copper token to wear as proof of payment. Anyone found without the token was to be punished. So this system here forced the indigenous population into labor to satisfy Spanish demands for wealth. Deuteronomy 28 and 33. The fruit of thy land and all thy labors shall a nation which thou knowest not eat up, and thou shalt be only oppressed and always. Moses prophesied that a foreign nation would consume the wealth, labor, and resources of Israel. Instead of enjoying the fruits of their own work, they would continually be oppressed and exploited by strangers. Some more historical evidence. The search for gold became more valuable than human life. Bartolomé de las Casas wrote that the Spaniards were driven by an insatiable greed and ambition, seeking gold above everything else. He describes indigenous communities being forced into labor, while many died from exhaustion, hunger, and abuse as Spain demanded ever greater amounts of wealth. The book of Habakkuk, chapter 2, verse 9. Woe to him that coveteth an evil covetousness to his house, that he may set his nest on high, that he may be delivered from the power of evil. The prophet condemns those who build their wealth through greed and oppression. Although they may become rich for a time, God's judgment remains upon them. More historical evidence. Forced labor. Las Casas describes indigenous men and women being driven into mines and other forms of labor under unbearable conditions. Many died because they were worked beyond their strength and given little opportunity to care for themselves or their families. Deuteronomy 28 and 48. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which Yahweh shall send against thee, in hunger and in thirst, and in nakedness, and in want of all things. And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee. Moses warned that Israel would one day serve their enemies instead of ruling in their own land. Their enemies would control their food, clothing, resources, and freedom until they were brought very low. More historical evidence. A system of fear. The tribute system created constant fear. Every few months, the people had to meet impossible demands or face punishment. Even when gold was scarce, the burden remained. The result was widespread suffering, hunger, and despair throughout Hispaniola. Deuteronomy 28, verses 65 and 66. And among these nations shalt thou find no ease, neither shall the soul of thy foot have rest, but Yahweh shall give thee there a trembling heart. and failing of eyes, and sorrow of mind. And thy life shall hang in doubt before thee, and thou shalt fear day and night, and shalt have none assurance of thy life. This prophecy describes a people living in continual anxiety, uncertainty, and fear instead of peace. Every day is marked over survival and what oppression may come next. And the resources used here: Christopher Columbus, Diario, preserved through Las Casas. Ferdinand Columbus, The Life of the Admiral Christopher Columbus. Bartolome de las Casas, Historia de las Indias. Bartolome de las Casas, A Short Account of the Destruction of the Indies. And with that, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah. That's giving all praises, honor, and glory to the Most High God, whose name is Yahweh. Ba'ashem meaning coming in the name of, and Yahweh Shah, who the world calls Jesus Christ. Shalom, and I love y'all, family.